Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Gerard Morgan, joined with me by my lovely co-host, Greg Masturzo. Everyone else can fuck off. They're late. They join in. Not so sure Nick is alive, to be completely honest. And Drew is in Texas, so the power grid might be down. Drew's in Texas, so the power grid might be down at any given moment. I am using Samsung Pods for the first time, so volume might be up and down. And we have an iPhone 4S in the chat. Let's see if he actually joins, because we called him 3 times and he ignored all of them. Hello.
I'm here.
Do we have Drew Betteridge on the line? Drew, thanks for calling in. What's your question? First time, long time?
First time, long time.
My question is for Greg. How long is your mustache currently?
Great question. It's what the world truly wants to know. Could you spread that out? Just pull on the tips a little bit.
If you're sitting at a desk, can you please hold a ruler up to it?
And you had a ruler readily available. Why does that have a mark at the 4 inches?
We're looking at about 5 inches.
Oh. So it's longer than something that you were marking at 4 inches.
Ayo.
Wish I was
Ayo.
5 inches.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
That mustache looks like it could give someone handlebars to ride on.
That's the goal, you know?
Incredible. Is it the goal?
Well, I mean,
allegedly, you had a chance and you were like, I'm going to bed. You chose sleep.
I did choose sleep. Definitely chose sleep.
We're clearly not doing chat notes anymore because Nick's not here and he's the only one that can actually do it.
Yeah, we don't have the chat notes anymore.
Did Nick die?
That's a great question. Drew, do you know?
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Did Nick die?
Is Nick alive?
Oh, I think he's dead.
Okay. Well, rip in pieces.
Yeah, rest in pepperoni, Nick.
He hasn't even answered in the Snapchat group.
No, he hasn't answered in any.
Very unlike him.
Or the Instagram. I don't think he's yeah.
Anyone out here right now that's listening who knows of Nick's whereabouts, please tell him that we miss him. Not that much. Don't have him text us or anything. The less of him, the better. But at least let us know that he's alive.
Pin a location in the comments.
Yeah, pin his location in the comments.
Oh, I got a great Instagram post that we can put up for this later on.
Perfect.
Yeah. This will be good.
All right. So now that Drew's here, we could start off this podcast off the right way. Drew.
Yes.
Why do you live in a communistic state that doesn't allow sports gambling? So that's
I think we've been over this on the pod before.
Have we?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure my response last time was like, you can own as many guns as you want. You just can't gamble in sports.
Is that coming soon? Like theaters near you?
Yeah. I mean, everyone's doing it these days.
I think
If everyone was jumping off a bridge, would you do it?
Absolutely.
Fair.
20-some states are have legalized sports betting. Meanwhile, Texas is putting in a fast lane to the fucking death row. You're just speeding up the wrong things.
You can carry that bazooka around the block with you.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
America.
Right.
Old conservatives and their traditional ways that they don't want to give up for. But I hear weed's coming soon, so that's cool.
Is weed going to come before gambling? That would be wild.
I think the weed will probably come before gambling.
Wow.
I could believe it, though, because you could say it's medical, whatever. And they're like, yes, medicine. Gambling. No. Bad. Devil money.
The devil. But the devil's lettuce.
Well, I mean, the devil's lettuce will beat the devil's money.
Do you guys have casinos in Texas? Are you allowed any gambling in Texas?
Oh, there's no casinos. You have to drive up to Oklahoma, which isn't that far.
I don't know if you're joking or not.
No, I'm serious.
What the fuck is wrong with Texas?
They have slot machines that you can win gumballs out of, though. That's pretty fun.
What's un-American? for Texas.
You can, however, keep a pistol in your car without a license. Actually, check that. Everyone is allowed to carry a concealed carried weapon without a license now.
That's pretty.
They just passed that law.
That's exciting.
That's
So
pretty.
you don't need a license to conceal. You'd never needed a license to open carry, but you used to need a license to conceal.
Yes, correct. Before you needed a concealed license, but it was like literally last week or 2 weeks ago. They're like, nah, just carry your dad on you if you want.
Cool.
So everyone's got that
the,
thing on them.
PA still has the concealed license and open carry. It's weird that PA and Texas were kind of the same on gun laws for a bit.
Yeah, I got my license originally because PA has the same laws. They like honor each other or something like that.
All right, so Texas, terrible state, doesn't have gambling. But Drew was in Vegas last week, was it? What were you in Vegas for?
I had 2 weeks off from work, so we just decided to go to Vegas.
Fair.
We were hoping that the Knights would make it to the Stanley Cup playoffs, so that we could go. But
well, they made the playoffs.
Or yeah, Stanley Cup Finals in it.
But they did. So
and they did.
All right. So next question, because we're just kind of peppering you here because that's how we're going to get to the first topic. Oops, that was a dog. So you're in Vegas, right? One of the most gambling degeneracy states in the world.
Correct.
For sure the country, if not the world.
Correct.
And I get a text at, I don't know, 8 o'clock at night. Hey, what does $100 get me on this game? Then I find out, I'm like, so I'm explaining gambling to him. I'm like, all right, what's up? Do you want the spread or do you want the money line? And he looks, I can tell he's looking at his phone, just going, I don't know what this means.
What is this language you're speaking?
Bro, why couldn't you just go to any place in Vegas? Like the local hooker probably has a better bookie than like me and PA, 6 hours or a 6 hour flight away from you. And it's Venmo me.
My excuse is that we only allowed ourselves a certain amount of cash to spend each day. And the sports betting places only took cash. So I couldn't use our cash. So I had to use my Venmo money. So I texted you so I could Venmo you.
So did you end up positive?
Yes.
So
we were positive like $250 or something.
Damn, son.
That's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win. So basically, I'm a professional gambler.
Sure, you placed 3 bets and you're up. I think you lost 2 of them, didn't you?
Yeah, I lost one of
them. I'm just reading through the text you said. What does $100 get me on the Bucks? Again. And then I go straight up or the spread. He's like, I don't know what that means.
Drew, if it makes you feel any better, I don't know what any of that means either.
Yeah, it's all just too confusing. All I wanted to know which one would win me the most money. And I was just like, okay, that one.
That's the one I want.
And that one didn't hit. He lost $100 on that bet.
Yeah, but I covered.
Right. You chase your losses, which as every good gambler knows is the most important thing to do. When you're down big, you take out more money and bet more money.
Exactly.
It's interesting you say that because I'm always reminded of this one thing I was told, and it's you got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to something, and then you got to know when to run.
You need to know when to walk away.
Walk away, yeah. That was it, yeah. Kenny Rogers.
Oh yeah, for sure was. Yeah.
R.I.P. I'm not sure if he's dead actually.
I don't think he's dead. No. Then I get a text at 10:20 on Saturday. You putting anything on this fight for the McGregor fight? Meanwhile, Saturday I'm in the middle of the woods. I have no cell service, and my phone was waterlogged because we had torrential downpour. So I had my phone like in a bag trying to dry out. It wasn't drying out. I didn't have a phone for like 3 days. I text Drew on Sunday night. I'm like, no, I didn't bet on the game, on the fight. Turns out I didn't even know McGregor snapped his ankle in half that day.
Yeah, and I was like, thank God he didn't answer because I was literally about to bet on McGregor.
How much? You were probably like $200, $400, $500. How much?
It's like
All-
$5
all of
grand
it.
of McGregor.
All of it. Whatever I have.
You wouldn't have won anyway. You got smoked.
We
What do
love
you
to
mean?
say it.
You know what would have been a great bet?
What?
Sean O'Malley, Sugar Sean O'Malley, to win against the guy who's never fought before and ate a record-setting number of punches to the face. It took 177 punches to the face, and just kept walking forward.
Yeah. Big Rocky vibes.
Bro, like big CTE
Straight up Rocky
vibes.
1.
Big CTE vibes.
Yeah, so you know what would have been a bad bet to take?
What?
That would have ever recorded a podcast again because it's been, 4 months, 3 months?
Hey, I largely blame you. You were always like grad school or something like that.
I largely blame me. Anytime anyone said anything about the podcast, I just stopped answering.
Yeah, I mean, I'm the only one that would ever send a text, be like, hey, do we want to record?
And I would just
And
ignore
I would
it
always say yes.
entirely.
I always said yes.
And I would ignore it entirely.
And then Gerard wouldn't answer. So I would text him and be like, hey. He's like, oh, man, just saw this. And it's like 4 days later. I'm like, cool. And then Nick, we actually don't know what happened to Nick, to be like straight up. We're not sure where Nick's at.
Yeah, like we joke, but like Nick genuinely has not responded in our group chat
In
for a
any of
month.
them. We have like 4 of them.
For over a month.
Yeah. So that's that. Also, Kenny Rogers did in fact die
When?
March 2020. So
Oh, man.
right when
Right
COVID.
when COVID. He missed COVID.
Well,
missed
he died 4 days into the pandemic started.
Oh, so he got the full thing.
Wow.
Got it.
So
He was,
he at least saw the world shut down.
He was
COVID?
patient X.
Did COVID kill him?
I don't think so. I think it was speculated that it did because he died like
As soon as
when
it happened?
as COVID was like, hey, F you guys. Yeah, it doesn't really say on here, but you know, R.I.P. Kenny Rogers.
Hot announcement right here.
Let's get it.
Nick is in fact not dead.
Hey,
How can you confirm that?
yeah.
He said, I said, get in this call. He said, can't, comma, girlfriend moved in today. I am, finger guns pointing at each other, eyes looking to the side emoji, having sex.
So wait, there's a lot to unpack here. First, he has a girlfriend.
That's news to us.
So not only does he have a girlfriend, he has a girlfriend that he's comfortable enough with to move into the same apartment with her.
With him and his skater boy hair.
Him and his little Volcom beanie.
His diagonal hat.
Yeah, his little
Wearing it like he's Ash Ketchum.
his Volcom beanie and black skinny jeans when it's 100 degrees outside. Get a life, poser. Anyway.
Yeah.
Speaking of someone who's not a poser, Shohei Ohtani is the most electrifying person in all of sports history, right?
Like
Is that how
since
you pronounce his
since
first name?
The Rock.
Shohei Ohtani?
Yeah, like
That's how you pronounce his first name?
Yeah, how'd you
Yeah.
pronounce it?
I don't
Shoe.
know.
You probably called him Shoe.
Shui?
Shoey.
Shohei, yeah. Shohei.
So is he more electrifying than The Rock?
He's pushing it. He's such a lovable dude. Do you see him? Is he in the dugout? He's just like fucking doing that little elbow pop thing. Where you're like
Whenever the camera pans to him and like the announcers are talking about some like amazing feat that hasn't happened in baseball in like a century, and he's just doing ball tricks in the dugout.
He's just staring at fucking. He's just dropping
He's not
dirt
even-
from one hand to the other. He's just
Yeah.
fucking,
He's not even watching the game.
He's playing with dirt on the
Yes.
ground.
he couldn't tell you what the score of the game is. He has no idea. He couldn't
Doesn't he have
care.
like 30 home runs too?
33. He leads the league in home runs.
He's a pitcher.
He doesn't even take batting.
Our
He doesn't even
point
take batting
exactly.
practice.
He doesn't. He takes batting practice once a week. No, that's a lie. He does pitching. He pitches once a week. I don't know. He does one of them once a week. I don't know if
Is he like is he in the AL or the NL?
he's on the
He's in the MLB.
Right, no, but I know one has direct or designated hitters, DHs, one doesn't. Because I assume if he's batting while he's pitching, he's in the NL.
No, they. Oh fuck! I think he's in the NL because I don't know. I wish I knew when the.
Because he pitches and bats. That's why I assume that.
Right, but he's that good of a hitter that even if he's in the NL or the American League, like he would DH.
I'll see. You just put his DH then, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm googling it. All these people who are like, "Oh, fake baseball fans." I don't fucking know what team every league is in.
Do you know what the worst part is?
What?
The Angels suck,
Yeah, they're not great.
and they're wasting this kid.
They're in the American League, so he plays as a
Is he a
DH.
kid? I feel like he's older than being a kid.
Well, he looks like he's 14.
He's I think 28 maybe.
28, yeah. Like that's not kid.
I mean, I'm 26, and I would probably refer to myself still as a kid. So
Anyone
Well,
who's remotely
Greg, you
close to
haven't
the
moved
same
out of
age
your
as me,
parents' house, so
I'm okay with that.
he's 27.
Less dead.
He's a year older than us. He's a kid.
Yeah, he's a kid. He's 1,000% a kid.
He acts like a fucking kid when anyone's talking anything about him. It's like, oh,
Sure.
Shohei Ohtani, the next Babe Ruth. He's one of the best players to play. Like, people were comparing him to Bo Jackson. He's like, the level of skill it takes to be a pitcher and as good of a hitter as he is equivalent to Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson is one of the best athletes ever to walk on this planet.
Yeah,
Babe Ruth, one of the best athletes ever walking this planet. And announcers are just throwing those names around at Shohei Ohtani while he's fucking drawing sunflowers in the dirt.
He's making the hand glasses like on the bench, just like, hey, look at that.
He's fucking doing fucking dirt angels at second base, and people are like, the fucking generational talent.
He's just asleep on the bench.
Yeah, it's fucking like Hideki Matsui is he just beat Hideki Matsui, Yankee legend, Godzilla, and for most home runs hit by an Asian-born player in a season. And Hideki Matsui has a nickname, Godzilla. Like, incredible nickname. And then we got Shohei Ohtani, who just fucking doodles in the dirt when he's bored in the dugout.
Yeah, you got Godzilla versus maybe a kindergartner.
A 6-year-old boy. A
Yeah.
6-year-old boy. Same.
Hey, look what I drew.
So, luckily for me, way back when, i.e. the beginning of the MLB season, I looked at Shohei Ohtani and I went, that guy is huge. He's going to hit all the home runs and he's going to pitch all of the baseballs. So, me being a genius, took him to be the MVP of the season at plus 1,100 odds. And God damn it, he's going to win it. And if Jacob deGrom wins it, I'm going to punch someone.
How about Vladdy?
All right, Vladdy's great too. But he's not going to – he might win the Triple Crown and still lose the MVP.
I mean, I could see that. I don't follow baseball enough to know, but like the MVP, do they actually do it to the most valuable player, or do they do it like NHL where they're like most valuable player to his team, which is why like McDavid doesn't win it every year?
Good question. I think
because like I know the Angels suck, and like there's nothing he can do about that.
Right. Well, he's a pitcher, so when he pitches, he could get a win.
Right. Which if he does that, then he's literally doing everything he can.
Yes, which he does. He gets wins, and he drops bombs. He hits home runs. He scores.
Yeah, I don't see how if he leads the MLB in home runs, there's no way he doesn't win.
Didn't he play that one game earlier in the season where they played him at like every position?
Yeah, they put him in left field because he's a better hitter. It's like that. So like Babe Ruth stopped pitching because he was because like everyone else on the Red Sox was a better pitcher than Babe Ruth was. So they moved him, but like he was still a great pitcher. But they moved him to the right field because he was a better hitter than every other one of those pitchers. So they're like, all right, you're better at hitting than these guys are at hitting, so you're going to be a hitter, go to right field, and these guys will pitch. Except Shohei is literally too good at both to like choose like that.
That's crazy.
Did you see the Instagram of his guns? He's yoked. Like,
is he
yoked? Granted, he did the old like arms behind the back like pose while he's doing an interview, and bro, his arms were like fucking Super Saiyan. They were just popping.
Yeah, man, good for him.
He's such a little doofy. July 5th, 1994. His birthday was 10 days ago. He just turned 27. He's a fucking kid. And he's making $3 million a year. What a joke.
That is a joke, actually.
What a joke. Fucking.
As much as Scott Lawton.
What's up? What'd you say?
He makes as much as Scott Lawton.
He does.
I was like, I do not know who Scott Lawton is.
He's a flyer, but that says something about also how the NHL players don't make shit.
Yeah. But like that's the thing, MLB players make money. Like Giancarlo Stanton signed like a $350 million deal. Aaron Judge, $300 million deal. Shohei Ohtani, $3 million. So this is a fun little fact that I found. Their MLB is auctioning the jerseys from the All-Star game, which was incredible, by the way. Did you guys watch the All-Star game?
Oh, wait, I saw this stat, though. I know what you're talking about. It's crazy.
Oh, I saw the money stat, yeah.
Yeah. So Fernando Tatis Jr., one of the biggest names in baseball. Granted, he leads the league in errors. No one ever wants to talk about that. $2,500. Vlad Guerrero Jr., about to fucking hit for the Triple Crown in baseball. Hasn't been done since 7 or 8 years ago when someone else did it.
Please describe the Triple Crown.
Leads the league in home runs, hits, and RBIs, batting average and RBIs. So like all three.
Pretty good.
And then, so his jersey auction $2,000. $2,000, not bad. His dad's a Hall of Fame player. He's got the blood. He could be a Hall of Fame player.
How much did the glove go for, though?
I have no idea.
That was a sick glove.
It was a sick glove. Shohei Ohtani, fucking his jersey went for $111,000.
What a freak.
45 times more than the next closest player, Fernando Tatis Jr. 45 times more.
That's a freak.
The man is an absolute fucking animal. And to continue talking about how great Shohei is, fuck Stephen A. Smith. That guy could suck something deep. Who the fuck? You can't be the face of fucking MLB if you need an interpreter. Fuck you. He's selling his jersey for $111,000. Fernando Tatis Jr., who doesn't need an interpreter.
Ovechkin had an interpreter when he was a rookie.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's
Ichiro had
that's kind of racist. Like,
no, it's very racist.
Yeah,
it's very.
Not a good look.
He is taking it on the shins the past week. Taking it on the shins. People are calling for his job. Jet Passan is like, listen, bro, you fucked up, and he's all in. Stephen A is trying to like back it up, be like, oh, you're right, I did fuck up. Someone teach me, and trying to play like the I'm an idiot. Someone teach me so I don't do this again. Like, bro, fuck you. You're an idiot. How are you gonna say that because you have an interpreter, you can't be the face of MLB? Ichiro Suzuki had a fucking interpreter, and he was in the league for 45 years.
he still might have an interpreter.
He still might have an interpreter. And he's Ichiro, like...
No disrespect to Ichiro.
You turn on MLB 2013 when Ichiro is still in the league. Guess what it says when he comes up to bat? Ichiro. Doesn't have his last name. It just says... He's fucking Madonna. It just says Ichiro.
Dude, can I be honest? When I used to play the backyard baseball...
That's also kind of racist.
He was in... I didn't know
but
he had a last name. I just thought his name was like just straight up Ichiro.
So a lot of people think that Ichiro is his last name because of the way Asians have the name flip.
Mm-hmm.
like the surname and the given name flippy floppy. But no, his name is Ichiro Suzuki. On the back of his jersey says Ichiro. It doesn't make sense. I don't know, but like he's fucking Ichiro. He's fucking like.
That's also part of what like made him who he was, because it's like Ichiro sounds cooler to say in sports compared to like Suzuki, I think.
You also have Kurt Suzuki, and who was an okay player, catcher.
Nick Suzuki.
Nick
Montreal
Suzuki.
Canadian.
Oh,
Not the same sport, but
not the same
same last
sport.
name.
But yeah, so Shohei Ohtani, the face of baseball. Fernando Tatis Jr., also the face of baseball. 19 errors, something like that. 19 errors halfway through the season. Fucking on track for 40-some errors in a season. Bruh.
Yeah,
How
but
are
he
you the
double
future?
jumped.
He has to be the cover athlete
He is the cover athlete. But that
of
doesn't
the
make sense.
show.
Yeah.
Otani's the cover athlete?
No, we flipped to Fernando Tatis and all of his errors.
Yeah.
Keep up.
Well, it should be Ohtani.
It should be Ohtani. And next year, it probably will be Ohtani.
Not if Stephen A has his way.
Fuck Stephen A. My buddy's actually blocked by Stephen A on Twitter. It's kind of funny. So, yeah, they're like that. He's my MVP. Shohei Ohtani is what this world needs right now. A lovable doofus who hits the ball 520 feet. Yeah, ridiculous.
What a freak. What a freak.
Well, in the All-Star game, he hit. So, all right, let's go through a quick timeline real quick. Home run derby, hits the ball 519 feet. Wild. Some will say it's in Denver. Okay, take 20 feet off of it. He hit the ball 500 feet. Then he pitches. He starts the game for the All-Star game. He throws a pitch 100 miles an hour. 100 miles an hour. Then he comes up to bat and he gets out, but like, fuck. Like, what do you want him to do? Hit another home run? Like, baseball is a game of failure. If you bat 300, you're in the fucking Hall of Fame. Sorry he didn't get a fucking home run for you. He threw 100 miles an hour 6 minutes before that.
What a freak. I love it.
Where was I?
You were at
Before I got
Tatis
rude.
and his
Yeah,
7,000 hours.
Fernando Tatis Jr., great player. Love watching him play. He's fun. He hits bombs. He's great. He's fast. But holy fuck, dude. Keep your glove down. Make the fucking routine play and stop having 19 errors. Like, ugh. Then, Vladdy, you're doing great. Like, you're your son's son for sure. The only difference between Vladdy Sr. and Vladdy Jr. is Vladdy Jr. swings at balls that are in the strike zone, and Vladdy Sr. swings at anything within a 6-foot radius of the plate. That's literally the only difference. Like, they're gonna have identical stat lines probably. So that's my MLB talk.
He also, I know Vladdy came into this year. He lost like 40 pounds or something.
Oh, yeah, did you see him as
Like
a baby? He was like 12 years old hitting home runs in Yankee Stadium because he was also like 180 pounds.
Yeah, he came ready to play this year, and he was like, "Yo, I'm going to do it at less weight, and I'm going to hit more home runs."
Yeah, and he did it. I remember I watched him play in just trying to look for Yankees, the Rail Riders. That was pretty cool watching him in AAA. He hit a bomb probably 500 feet back there.
That's crazy.
He swung. I was like, "Yep, that's Vladdy." It's like, call this, why is this man not in the league yet? Why did I pay $12 to see a 500-foot bomb into the league?
Why am I paying $12 this year and have to pay God knows how much next year?
An Asimo. Ugh.
Yeah.
So that's what I got for baseball talk. What do y'all got?
Baseball
Oh
talk.
god! Ow, my ankle. Ah.
Here we go. Welcome back to Last Call Kinda, where we're all never know. We never know what's going on.
I dropped my foot on my ankle.
I would know nothing about baseball if it weren't for John Boy. I'm gonna be honest. I know we talked about this before, but
John Boy's electric.
like if it weren't like I have no interest in the sport, but then I watch his videos and I'm like, now I want to know what's going on. And now I'm learning about all these players. I'm like, this is cool.
Learning about not just the players, you're also learning about like what the player is thinking during all this shit, which is probably the coolest part.
Yeah, I learned how like players know when they're going to swing at a certain pitch because of a pitch count. I'm like, oh, that's wild. Or how they're going to oh okay, they're up in the sky. Let's throw this. I'm like, whoa, I never knew that's how it worked. I thought they just threw balls and hope for the best.
No. There's a whole science behind it. When like it's 2-0 or 0-2, when you get 2 strikes on you, you can almost guarantee that there's going to be a curveball in the dirt.
Oh yeah, low and away. That way it's like not hittable.
Yeah.
And I also learned that when it's 3-0 and you're up by 1,000,000 runs, you don't swing when the bases are loaded to hit a grand slam, which I think is stupid.
You don't swing at all.
You swing to hit.
Not if you're up by a lot and it's a 3-0 count.
That's when you do it.
Because the ball's going to come in. Because the ball's going to come in like Pete Alonso's fucking batting practice pitcher, just throwing absolute darts all fucking day, just triple 20 on the dartboard, just bing, bing.
I saw that. That was wild. It was like, on the money.
Someone took the overlay of 4 different pitches all at once, and you don't see anything change. It's like, believe it or not, this is 4 pitches being thrown at the same time, and like that's just one ball going in and one swing coming out. It's like, oh, that's why he won the home run derby.
Also, how about that guy who is making like no money and is still donating whatever money?
Yeah, he's making league minimum, I think, $625,000.
And he's like, hey, here's $50,000.
Yeah, he just won $1 million, so.
Yeah, well, they said he's won more from winning the home run derby than he's made in the MLB, which is insane to me.
Yeah.
Another hot alert here.
Okay.
Avalanche have traded Ryan Graves to the New Jersey Devils for a second rounder and Mikhail Maltsev.
That's huge, actually. Ryan Graves is a really good defenseman.
I feel like he's worth way more than a second round pick.
Well, so is Devon Taves last year, and they sent 2 seconds for him to get him?
Yeah, which was also dumb.
Yeah.
They have to be. They can't just be making cap space for Landeskog. They need another defenseman.
Seth Jones.
That's got to be it.
It's got to be Seth Jones because they're in win now mode. He's got 1 year left. It's got to be Seth
Seattle Kraken going to win anything? Should I be a Kraken fan?
Their division sucks. The Kraken's only competition in their division is going to be the Golden Knights and maybe the Kings.
Oh, man.
And
Golden Knights have power.
I have to say they have much better options in the expansion draft than Vegas did.
Which would it be funnier if they had better options and they're worse than Vegas was their first year? That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Which I think is 100% possible.
Yeah.
The Golden Knights doing what they did kind of shocked me. The way they do the expansion draft is kind of cool. I don't think I've ever actually seen that before. Or the fact that they're just like, pick the best player on each team. I don't give a fuck. So then their team
because it was straight up before they were like,
the league made it that way.
Restricted before, like in previous expansion drafts, and now you got to think the last expansion was 2002.
Right.
Arizona.
So a decade and a half to work on it,
right.
And before it was like, okay, cool, we can protect all these guys. Here, take this bum. Or it was like they literally gave them like 4 guys they could choose from, or whatever it was. Like now it's like, no, you have to be strategic. You can only keep 10 skaters, max 10 skaters potentially, and a goalie, or 8 skaters who want to do 4 defensemen, 4 forwards, or 7 forwards, 3 defensemen, and then just 1 goalie. So now it's like you have guys that have no movement clauses, no trade clauses that can't be exempt. So you have to protect them. Now it's like, okay, those guys are set in. So if you're a team that has 4 or 5 of those, you're like, all right, I can keep 2 more guys, and that's it. So it's like a lot of strategy has to go into it. So that's why there's a lot of like people making moves last year or the year the first expansion draft happened, and Florida sent Vegas 2 guys to make sure they wouldn't take their 1 guy. So they took another guy, and that became the Vegas Golden Knights' top scoring line was 2 guys from the Panthers, and like the guy from Columbus that never played. It was insane.
that whole expansion draft like worked absolutely flawlessly, I think.
Oh, yeah. It's what the NHL wanted, too.
The Golden Knights did not take a 10-year hiatus to try and become good. Like they were just they just became a caliber team immediately.
And they still are. It's exactly what Bettman wants though in his NHL, because you don't want to try to build a franchise over 10 years, a new one.
Right.
You want them to come in, you want them to be good, and you want the market to thrive.
Yeah.
And they're gonna thrive forever because of that.
Yep. So
it's really good.
So the Seattle Kraken to make the playoffs is gonna be a lock of a bet.
Well, they have Dave Haxtell as a coach.
Yeah,
so
their head coach sucks.
Who's Dave Haxtell? He sounds like a Philly guy.
Former Flyers head coach.
Former Flyers head coach.
Who played Dale Weiss and Chris Van de Velde at least 35 minutes a game.
And
is he the bald guy that took a puck off the head?
That was LePerrier.
He is the head coach of the Phantoms now.
He is the head coach of the Phantoms now.
Oh, the AA team?
They're minor league, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I like that guy.
Good guy.
Puck off the head.
Brave guy.
Yeah.
Phantom games are definitely going to be more fun with him as a head coach.
I cannot confirm or deny that because I wouldn't be able to tell you because I feel like I don't even know what LePerrier does.
All I know is that he is more in shape and a better skater than any of the hockey players. So he's going to make sure that they're
that's good.
Ready to go.
Brindamore is in better shape than probably 99% of the league.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, Gerard. So I would say bet Kraken to make the playoffs, and then if you have some extra cash lying around, just bet them to make the Stanley Cup final for shits and giggles. You know.
I'm going to
throw $5 on that and see what happens.
Shigs and gigs.
Shigs and gigs.
Shigs and gigs. Drew, how's your Canadian Fantasy Hockey League?
Yeah, how did that go?
I made the playoffs, lost in the first round, so that didn't go very well. Well, I mean, it went well.
I mean, you made the playoffs in your first year.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. With the Flyers, nonetheless.
Yes, with a lot of Flyers players, so
it's pretty decent because the Flyers are not good.
They were good early in the season, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And then just fell off.
Just
quick.
But our fantasy hockey league went much better for me.
Fuck off.
Yeah, same actually.
Yeah. Greg out of nowhere.
I mean, and the thing is, it literally came down to me playing Capo Kakinen, which he will never see the light of day on any team in my league ever again because he let in 7 goals and got me -5 points, and I lost by less than a point. If he literally doesn't let a goal in, I win.
It was you two in the final, right?
Last time in Philly, yeah. Drew was in Philly the night the playoffs were finished.
Yeah, I deleted the app after I lost. So.
After you ate the peanut butter cup?
Nope, before that. Definitely before that.
You're going to re-download it, right? For next year?
Who knows? Depends if I get told a week before or a day before.
Yeah, I mean, that comes down to everyone, keeping Gerard in the loop. Because, Gerard, I'm left out of the group chat, too.
Yeah, let's just put it this way. If I'm not told more than a week in advance, I'm going to say I'm going to be there, and I'm not going to pay, and I'm not going to pay.
You've heard it here first.
I'm just not paying. I'm not picking. I'm just not going to be a part of the league. And you guys can try and figure out how to fill that position.
Don't you want to win the John Cup?
We do have a trophy. Drew did get a trophy made.
Yeah, I do, but it's more of a principle. It's a principle at this point. Morals you need to stand on now.
That's fair.
I don't understand. Your morals should be to stay in the league and try and win.
Nope, my morals are tell me that I need to pay you $50 more than 2 days after I was supposed to pay $50.
Okay, you'll have to pay $50 next season.
Gerard was bamboozled.
Don't tell me. I don't know when the season is. Fuck you.
It's in 80-something days.
Bro, that's so soon. Hockey just finished.
It really did, though.
The NHL or the NFL is almost up. Don't they fucking wait for the NFL to be over?
No. Wait, NFL or NBA?
NFL.
No, because they usually start around the same time.
Oh,
NFL
really?
start a month before, or 3
and then
weeks
the
before.
NHL just keeps going, huh? They just keep chugging along all fucking year.
Hey,
why do they even have an off season?
It's a great question.
80 days. That's literally 2 months.
Yeah.
A little over 2 months.
That's what everyone's like, oh, trade. Oh, I mean, I guess you think about like the teams that were knocked out, like back in, or that didn't play in playoffs. So it was back in April, so they get an extra like 3 months off. But hey, if you're good, you don't get time off. Fuck you.
Yeah, let's put it this way: you play in the Stanley Cup Finals, but you have a blown ACL. You're not coming back.
No, that happened.
I mean, that's how Tampa pulled off the $18 million over the cap.
That's Gerard. Actually, what you said is what happened to Nikita Kucherov, where he had surgery done in December. The league ended, or they won the cup in October. He had surgery in December. Didn't play at all in the regular season. Came back healthy, ready to go for the playoffs, and then put up like 30 points in like 15 games.
3 points in his first game.
So what? They don't have to pay him all season for that, or what?
When you're on long-term IR, it doesn't count.
Huh.
And the playoffs don't. The cap doesn't count.
Yeah.
Does everyone get paid the same in the playoffs? I found that out in the NFL. That blew my fucking mind.
No one gets paid in the playoffs. They do it based on like bonuses or like every team gets a set amount based on how far you go. So they'll have like a couple million to split amongst 20 guys.
Right. Like the NFL, everyone thinks like, oh, like more game checks, like more games, more game checks. Like they get like a straight fee of like $50,000 a game.
I think it's basically what it is in hockey.
Like
Only
everyone gets paid the same. Like Tom Brady gets paid the same as like the snapper, like in the playoffs. It's a wild thought.
And the snapper moves more probably than Tom Brady does.
Tom Brady wins though.
He does.
I don't like Tom Brady. That's a lie. Like it's hard not to like him after like things like the match and watching him on like social media, just crushing social media.
The minute he left the Patriots, I was a big Brady fan. I was like all in on Tom Brady. It's just the Patriots. It's just New England. It's just Boston. It's just everything up northeast.
It's funny because like I also think if Bill Belichick was to go anywhere else, I'd be like, oh, I love Bill. Bill's a great guy.
Well, that was Char. Char left the Bruins, went to the Capitals. I was like, yes, Team Char. Win a cup for Char, baby. They did not.
And then the Bruins beat them.
Yeah, they did.
You hate to see that.
Like, if Marchand left the Bruins, he'd still be an asshole. I don't think I could get
he'd still be a huge asshole. Unless he was on the Flyers. That's like the only time
I don't know, man. Because I feel like he would just cause more harm than good.
I don't know. Bruins do pretty well with him.
This is true. They do.
Your mustache is so bushy.
Thank you.
It's wild how bushy it is. And wow, this angle. My beard looks incredible.
It does.
Sorry to throw us off. I got distracted by Greg's bushy mustache and my incredible beard.
When ESPN used to have the like laser behind the puck. Was that ESPN? I forget.
Yeah.
The puck tracker.
Puck tracker.
The puck tracker. Yeah, that shit was awesome.
Oh, you like that? That got very bad reviews, I feel.
I got horrible reviews.
I mean, it was ugly, but it was awesome.
Yeah, it was an eyesore for sure. But I like the concept behind it.
But the puck's hard to find if you're a casual fan. It's hard to follow the puck.
If you're a casual fan watching a game on your TV, like first time ever, it's not the way to do it. Yeah, you have to be at a game live. If you're like a casual fan that's like not really into the sport but wants to play it, you got to watch it live first, and then that way you can truly appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, it's even harder to track the puck when you're actually playing ice hockey.
Oh yeah, Drew did play ice hockey.
Oh, I forgot about that. Drew, how's ice hockey?
Ice hockey is sick. It is the most fun I've ever had in a sport in my life.
Did you ever play like pond hockey, or is this just the first time you ever played ice hockey?
It's Texas. You think they got ponds down in Texas that free?
He lived in PA.
The whole country shut down for 4 weeks with an inch of snow.
In PA.
I troll with it here. We treat him like he's just from Texas anymore.
Yeah, fuck you Texan.
No, I never played ice hockey before. I only played like roller hockey when I was a kid. So, like the whole sport of hockey, like playing it, that is new to me. Oh,
So-
though I will say, like, knowing
Jesus
just
fuck.
watching so much hockey, it was like I don't know, like knowing the rules and where to like position myself wasn't that hard.
Bro, Dexter just gave me a fucking heart attack, dude. Calm down, you meth head.
Oh, Drew, to bounce off that, it's because, as you said, you have watched it, and you've also played organized sports before. So it's like you get the gist of it from like lacrosse, where it's I don't know much about lacrosse, but it's very similar in like their styles, except for the fact that in hockey you can be a defenseman and go end to end with like no one subbing back for you.
Yeah, indoor lacrosse, which we're playing right now, is extremely similar to hockey. So picked up a lot of
Back
that.
in the day, my cousin played a lot of hockey, and pond hockey is relatively larger where I'm at.
Good old
And-
Scranton boy.
Good old Scranton boy. But they needed an extra guy to come play pond hockey. But now I'm playing pond hockey with people who like are very good at hockey. Boy, was I not good. We had to hit the little bottle that was dangling. Like they like tied a bottle to a net because we weren't playing with a goalie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, hit the bottle. That's how you score a goal. I'm like, I cannot hit that. That's a bottle floating in the air. How am I supposed to hit that?
I feel that. My
like-
first practice, we did post only, and I was like not able to do that.
I suck at posts.
But like, you don't have to lift it to hit the post.
Yeah, hit crossbar.
All right, fine. If you got to hit crossbar, that's fine. But like, if you're playing like side posts and whatnot, like that's not an issue. It's harder, but like scoring a goal in hockey is hard. But like having to lift it to the little bottle in the middle of the net is so hard.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. I would suck at it.
Yeah. I was like, can I get like the DC rule? Like just let me put it in the net and it counts for me. Everyone else has to hit the fucking bottle.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else for the good of the group?
I think I was gonna say something, but wait. I'm gonna send you our new jerseys in the
Love
chat.
jerseys.
I want to see what you guys think.
Let's see. We covered Drew's gambling addiction, Shohei, the All-Star game, and Tatis Jr. and all of his errors, hockey talk, and we already talked about it. Nick's dead. I think that's everything.
I think we've
Are you
covered
gonna
it.
send us this now, or are we gonna talk about your jerseys?
Yes,
live on air
it's on the way. I want live reaction. All right, should be there.
now?
I dig it.
I do dig it.
I'm a
Look
fan.
at you.
Pretty sick, right?
Can you get a little Pennsylvania flag to stitch above the Texas flag?
Like right on top of it, just like a little sticker.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find one.
That'd be great. That'd be good.
Yeah, I think that's what you should do. So how often?
Can I do the Philly flag because it's like powder blue and yellow?
Sure. I mean, the Pennsylvania flag's blue and yellow.
Is it the same powder blue? I can't remember.
It's not powder blue, but it's blue.
It's all the same.
All the same.
All the same.
Now I'm looking it up. Philly flag. Images.
The Philly flag looks like those old Eagles uniforms.
Ah, it does. Oh, that is tight. That is tight. It's also, I think, like what's the soccer team in Philly? The Union.
Yeah.
Colors.
Yes.
Did they switch to that? Did I miss that?
There's a fucking. I googled it, and there's a sticker or a flag that says "John or die," and it's a picture of the snake.
God. That's
John or die.
John or die.
But yeah,
That's
either one of these, either the Philly flag or the PA flag. I think you tape that some bitch right over that Texas flag.
that's some bitch. Thank you, Steve Austin.
Give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
This has been Last Call Kinda.
Hey,
I'm your host.
before we go, let's all
Every-
congratulate Nick on the sex real quick.
Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Nick. Shout out to Nick. Congrats on that.
Shouts out, Nick.
Shouts out,
Yes.
Nick. All right, again, from the top. This has been Last Call Kinda. I'm your host, Gerard. That's Greg. That's Drew. Signing off. Follow us on Instagram at Last Call Kinda. I'm sure we still have a promo code for FNX Fit Last Call 15.
Last Call 15 is still there.
Promo code Last Call 15. Use that. Get yoked, get fit, get jacked. Feel it. Go through your blood. Peace, love, positivity, and happiness.